Good morning, everyone. I see you already crawling up in there in the in the chat room. Um, Welcome to the live stream, guys. We're going to be going over the review. Let me start over. We're going to be reviewing the watch list soon, and then we're going to be trading the market open like always. I hope everyone had a great Monday. We had a little bit of a red day, which is totally fine. Actually, the rest of our trading outside of the small account challenge was pretty cool. We had some amazing crypto trades as well. It was actually a really good day. Just the small account challenge took our 3 trades, just didn't do it. Let's see. Today is Tuesday. Super stoked. We got 4 more days, 4 more trading days left of the month. Let's make it some good ones. It is the 28th now of January. It's 9:16 a.m. Market opens at 9:30. So we got another 14 minutes till the market opens. And after the market opens, we're going to be doing 30 minutes of trading like always, guys. So this whole live stream will be wrapping up around 45 minutes. Check the video description below for some FAQs. Let's get to the watch list. And good morning, everyone. Forest Trading, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. DLPH, I'm short. All right, definitely going to check that one out. Soar, good morning. Shane. Maybe I'm better than using acquisition. It's way overextended. Yeah, that'll be interesting to check out. What's up, ChemDog? Good to see you. Yeah, let's get to it. So we'll check out the LPH in a little bit. Let me just quickly go through our watch list. There's a lot moving, and there's not even just a lot from the day before or today. There's just, where's my watch list? Why is it not up? 1 second, let me pull it up. So there's just a lot of yesterday and today, new movers, old movers, just everything. 1 second, guys. Give me a second. I closed out my watch list for some silly reason. All right, just got to load it here. Oh, I just realized my face or the recording software is still there. Apologize for that. What's up, Edgar and Anis? Hey, I see you guys already left some likes. I appreciate that. That's really cool of you. All right. I got the watch list. Sorry for that delay. I don't know why I exited out of it. I think I exited out of FinViz, and then I also did the trade to win forum where I post on my watch list every morning. So let's get to it. VXRT. Okay. 31 million market cap, 45 million float. It's a US biotech company gapping up 100% because they have news. It's one of the companies trying to make the first move on the coronavirus. And yeah, so I think they were just kind of put in a larger PR article. And so it's a bit of a sympathy play. It's a small cap. Obviously, these things can run. I don't know what this company is actually up to, but apparently they are working on something. And it's enough to really make them rally. So their price right now at the top was 126. They pulled back quite heavily in the morning. Their long-term chart's really rough. They got a bunch of warrants out. I'd be really careful with this one. But again, if it does break past the former high, this $1 area is going to be big support now. And what ran up all the way to this, gap area. You want to be careful with these gap zones. There's a lot of resistance usually in them. But I do like how we're seeing some big support here. I would maybe even try to trade this opening bell on any sort of quick pullback. So I might be looking into trading this one. Really like it. 100% gainer. Exactly what we're looking for. CTSO. 141 million market cap, 28 million float, a little bit bigger, but it's a US medical laboratory and research company gapping up 50%. Not as much volume, so that got me a little bit on edge. But again, that 50% gap up is really nice. Also, coronavirus related. I think this was macro news. I don't remember seeing something specific about this company. Storm. Potential cross treatment. Yeah, potentially. There's so many just vaccine companies that are just exploding. A lot of these small caps. Anyway, let's just try to quickly figure out some support on this one. See if we can, if it pulls back today or, what happens. I think this $5 area does seem kind of interesting, but I probably wouldn't give it as much weight for some reason. It's a little less clean than I would probably hope for on average. Here at 521, also quite nice. So yeah, it's kind of coming out with this, or lining up with this 180-day moving average. You can see big resistance in this area. And if you just go back to the trade, this big resistance is now big support. We pulled, we broke out from this area. We pulled back to it right around here at 7:55 a.m. At 7:55 a.m., I don't know if you guys were watching the markets then, but there were so many big pullbacks and huge bounces just at around 7:55, 8 o'clock. 13% pullback, pretty strong. So this $5 area, big support. Maybe it's going to break past the former high pre-market. A lot of these stocks today are very, very similar. Morning, Valentine. Morning, Nick, Tommy, Sebastian. Everyone's crawling in. Yeah, honestly, Valentine, these are all Corona companies. NH, 139 million market cap, 39 million float. It's a U.S. Healthcare information services company, gapping up 90%. That's a huge gap up. This one actually isn't Corona based though. I think this is the one on our list that's not Corona related. And their shares jumped up because some AI based lung cancer tool. So that sounds pretty interesting. It was enough to really make this thing, almost 100%. So pretty good. Finding big support here in this 1.6 area. Let's quickly go check out their long-term chart. Not the healthiest long-term chart, but I think it's pretty safe to say this 155 area is just, even 153, big resistance zone. We've tried to break out of it many times. And then, this 171 area, or maybe even a little bit lower. This is kind of the range we're trying to break out from, and we did break out of it. So now we pulled back to this area. Just like the other stocks, very similar charts. 32% bounce off this area, really, really nice. So yeah, big support below. I think a lot of these might, dip back in the morning, opening bell, first 1 minute, find some support, and then kick back up. So I don't know, we might be doing a trade first thing in the morning. And then HAPP, I typically don't have 4 tickers on the morning watch list, but HAPP got me kind of interested. I did want to mention it, 109 million market cap, 9.23 million float, the smallest float we're looking at, which is really nice. This is actually a Chinese drug company. So up around 60% before it had that giant pullback. Their sales of, and I'm going to butcher this totally, cordyceps mycelia products surged 100% in January. So some of their drug products that they were selling, 100% surge in January, huge. I don't know if that drug category is Corona related. So that's just one thing that I'm not entirely sure about. Cool, so that's my main watch list. We're also, from yesterday, we have so many stocks pulling back. It's going to be tough to try to pick something to trade. So we're going to really focus on probably the new gappers and then try to not get overwhelmed and try to just kind of focus on the big movers. Just big support pullbacks. CODX, big support here at 2.5. APT, the protection company, also pulling back a little bit. I would like to see this one get closer to 6. I think $6 is going to see some tremendous support. I'm going to go ahead and already put an alert here below. CBLI also pulling back. This one looks very, very just extremely similar to NNVC. They're almost exactly like the same chart pattern. This is the one that got us on edge yesterday. Both the times I was waiting for this big breakout. This breakout was a 82% run. Didn't happen here. We missed this breakout. Didn't happen here. This is what I was talking about in my review video, recap video from yesterday. And it was a little bit painful. And that's why we had a red day yesterday. GNPX. Yeah, I don't know about GNPX. I was looking at it earlier this morning. Here it is. Pre-market, The thing about GNPX is it had a decent little run, but now it's kind of getting close back to this resistance area, kind of testing it. I wouldn't be surprised if it pulled back harder. I don't think we're going to be trading GNPX. Does it have any news about it? Just some holds. Closes offering. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think we're going to be trading it, but you never know. And let me check out DLPH. We got another 3.5 minutes. We got plenty of time. DLPH. Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. What a move, huh? I think this was not on our watch list because I think I cut my scanner at $15, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to check in why I didn't see this one before. 844 million market cap, definitely a mid cap. $11 million volume. That's not a lot of traded volume yesterday, but you know, today it's definitely picked up a lot since then. 86 million shares outstanding, small amount of shares outstanding, so it could be a good reason for this thing to really be spiking. Not sure what the news is on this one. There seems to be a lot. Borg Warner to buy Delphi Technologies. Okay, so they have a deal out to be acquired, 3.3. Looks like there's some major resistance at about 15. Just, you know, quick look on the charts. Yeah, so I would keep an eye out for 15. Let's see what we see here on the chart. Yeah, we had some. The first struggle was in this area. Could pull back a little bit. Might find some support in here. Could keep breaking out. This one's up quite a lot, huh? 60%. Big move for such a large company. I know it was one of those crackers yesterday as well, huh? Let's pull it up quickly. Big resistance at 622. Tried twice to break out. Had a double top, crashed back down. Big support at 5. Nice little 11% bounce from the bottom already. Really, really solid. What a run. It's a big run it's had. I'm going to be focusing, I think, on VXRT maybe out of the gates. Although I don't like the fact that it's under $1 right now. We'll see which has the most dollar volume. NH could be good as well. 30 seconds till the market opens. HAPP, I don't like the things that pull back so aggressively before the market opens. I'd be a little bit cautious with it. But again, you know, at $5, this thing could definitely bounce, maybe even closer to 475 or something like that. I'm gonna be watching though VXRT, the opening bell. We'd probably want to trade this with about 950 shares. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Big resistance here at $1. If we wanted to trade this, yeah, 950 shares is just about perfect on this one. Let's see what's moving the most. Got to keep an eye out. VXRT definitely creeping up the dollar volume. A lot of interest on this one. The long-term chart looks savage with that move to, up higher. Let's see what happens here. It's got to break this $1 area. Quite a nice move right out of the gates. Let's see if the other ones catch up. So far, about a 15% move it's already had. Let's see how much more it's got in it. I wouldn't mind having an entry a little under $1. I think it could be a phenomenal entry. Yep, HAPP had a nice bounce off of $5. These are big moves as well. 15%, really, really nice. ARMP, big moves. A lot of selling pressure. This thing's struggling quite a bit right now. APT is falling down. The spread on this is pretty savage. You can't even see the ask. There's the ask right now popping up, and the bid's gone. So you don't see the difference. You don't see the spread between the ask, the bid, and the ask. Not rushing anything. Totally fine with waiting today. I'm always totally fine with waiting. 1.04. Yeah, just having a little bit of struggles breaking out here. HAPP was a really nice bounce as well. If this thing pulled back closer to 8.82, be about 25% pullback. My bad if my mouse is a little loud. My other mouse totally stopped working today. And then I pulled out this little reserve, little travel kit mouse. So it's a little squeaky, but it gets the job done. I don't know what happened to my main one. Just completely stopped clicking on the left side. ARMP up 80%. Not a lot of dollar volume though. First big green day. Check out this candle, guys. 41% candle. Huge move on it. Really, really nice. Big resistance here at 552. Long-term chart, really rough. VXRT looks like it might break out here. 1.08. Can it get broken through? Nothing wrong with being a little cautious. Might see a potential entry here at a little bit under $1. About 752. CBLI moving down. I think CBLI under $3, about 275 might be a really good reversal point for CBLI. So just keep an eye out for that one. All right, having the first pullback. don't like the spread on this one. It's a little hard to get an entry sometimes on these where you want. Can't really use the order book. Looks like this $1 area could act as that big support we were talking about, 1.02. I'd probably like an entry a little bit low, below 1. Five-minute chart looks fairly healthy, but right here at about 1.14, big resistance. Would like to see a bit bigger pullback first. ARMP, guys, up 110% now. This one's really picking up some steam. A lot of the big ones from yesterday are pulling back a lot. ARMP at about $5 would have been a really good pullback trade. Kind of missed that one. A lot of stuff pulling back today. Markets are all up. NASDAQ, 58%. What happened to our big runners? They seem to pull back really heavy before the market opened. VXRT pulling back right now. And go to the 1-minute chart. See if we can get a limit order set up here. This might pull back a little bit more. I'm not really sure. It's kind of a aggressive little selling off going on right now. Could be a little VWAP bounce. We would need about a 7% dip for a possible entry. Buying near the former breakout zone. VXRT under $1, yeah. It's like half German. Markets are up, but almost everything we're looking at is pulling back except ARMT. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if ARMT ended today at like a $200-300 percent profit, so percent day. So just I definitely want to keep watching it. VXRT, this bounce was really weak, guys. Watch out at $1. Buyers are still there though. $1.01 getting chipped away. Okay, so support did come in here at the $1 area. So that's actually where we had our limit order for a little bit. We'd be up 5%. I probably would be closing out this trade already just because that selling was a bit aggressive. But you guys already know that I close out my trades usually way too early. So everyone's different, but I don't like that this bounce wasn't very weak. Yeah, Nick, I couldn't agree more. I've been having huge issues with ThinkorSwim as well. Huge issues. VXRT looks like it might break that low that we had. Keeping a close eye on ARMP. Really aggressive selling off on everything. Usually our watch list isn't that red, but I kind of had a feeling that a lot of these coronavirus stocks were a bit overextended. So I was kind of looking for those kind of moves anyway today. Let's see what goes on here. $1.03. To me, this looks a little bit more like a little consolidation after a pullback, so kind of a bear flag. I don't think I'll be trading this one on the long side in this consolidation area. Let's see what happens here. The buyers do seem pretty excited to constantly get back into it though. This could be just a base forming a higher low. So it could be a good trade. ARMP, just kind of constantly looking at this one out of the corner of my eyes. I think $5 could be a really, really good buy. Any sort of pullback to $5. This run was phenomenal. 68% run, huge. If we wanted to trade this, I'd probably be trading around 520 something. I don't know, 527, 523, somewhere in that range, with about 200 shares. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in here. CPHI. I had an alert on this one. I didn't really want to trade it, but I do like the pre-market. And I like that, you know, this high right here that was kind of just slowly breaking higher is really kind of consolidating. Nice little healthy move upwards. CPHI could be a good runner. I'm going to keep a close eye on it. You can see big resistance here at about, what was that? 0.45. So let's see where that goes. Could be a really nice pullback to this area. VXRT is looking a little slow. 16 minutes now since the market opened. 9:45 a.m. You know what? I have totally been neglecting NH. Just watch out. Their dollar volume is very low. But yeah, huge support in this area. Edgar, it's not a bad idea at all. I like how it's moving too, big percentages. I'm going to go ahead and put an alert here, see if it breaks higher. Nice move though, right on the 156. Big support, came back, pulled up. Perfect. That would have been a textbook classic trade. VXRT pulling back now, guys. Higher lows is basically a trend formation. So when something moves up, let's say it's here, has a big low, makes a new higher high. So moving up from the last high, the last shoulder, it's higher above that. Then pulls back, and that low is higher than the former low, which is a bullish trend. I hope that was explained right, but it's a good sign. Although VXRT is struggling, it did hold this area several times, so there is something to say about that. I really like ARMP. If I see this one in the $5 area again, I'm going to switch my attention over to it. I also want to be keeping an eye out for stocks on our watch list that are kind of creeping higher. Sometimes you see these things start off at 20, 30% and they end over 100%. A lot of these really small caps, they just need to find their place first. Keeping an eye on that. Yep, it's totally true, Nick. Nick's pointing out that that we have a bullish trend here. We have a high here, a low here, a higher high here, and potentially a higher low in this area. Yeah, there's just kind of a lot of pressure on VXRT. I would like to see an established trend, or I don't know, right now it's a bit choppy for an entry for me. Not entirely sure what happened. Price went below our limit order, and we are not in this trade yet. Here we go. That was a really glitchy experience, kind of classic TD Ameritrade. In the last, I don't know, week or two, it's been a little heavy. Want to watch out here. This is pulling back kind of hard. Finding lower VWAP as support. That was a really quick dip. We usually don't see dips that fast. 15%. 47 million shares outstanding. Pretty big dip for a company with a fairly large amount of shares outstanding. I want to get out of this position fairly quickly here. Let's see what kind of reversal we have. I'm not sure if we're even going to get one. That was a lot of selling pressure, guys. A lot of selling pressure. Some bigger buy orders coming in now. Could be a small little bounce we're going to see here, but that initial sell was really, really heavy. ARMP at 5.85. VXRT, a little slow on the bounce, I gotta say. Might be getting out of the trade shortly here. .9 constant support coming in here. Got to keep an eye out for though. Trying to close out the trade at 0.9. All right, closed it out. I didn't like that big sellers were coming in here again. It could be bouncing. I don't know. It's a bit of a guesswork, but I'm not going to hold on to that to figure out. I would have liked to see this thing reverse a little bit quicker. We just didn't get that fast reverse. A lot of good stuff moving this morning. Unfortunately, we just, this time, yesterday we got the nice morning trade. Today we didn't. Luckily that, this one wasn't that big of a loss, so not too bad of a trade. ARMP, keeping a close eye on it, 575, acting as big support. A lot of stuff moving, guys. I might actually trade this one again. We'll see what happens here, especially as we're really seeing some support come in. Don't want to get a unnecessarily early entry. That last crash was really, really aggressive. Definitely want to avoid that. Could pull up though at any moment. ARMP looks really, really good. NVAX, big support here at 7. Big bounce here. Smaller mover though, so I probably won't be trading it. Just keep an eye on VXRT for a little bit longer here while we're in the groove of things. 0.9 being bought right now. All right, so we're back above where we got out. Kind of a clean mover. That big crash though put me a little bit on edge. Let's see what happens here. SAEX had such an aggressive pullback. Could be a great trade. I don't know. I think SAEX might be fading for the next few days. That's a little bit where I'm wanting to be a bit more cautious on it. It's a little bit unfortunate with VXRT. It looks like we had a good trade. Our entry was just a little bit off. It was off by 1 candle. Happens sometimes. At least it wasn't a big loss. Small losses are fine. Not the most interesting move though. This whole thing is about 6% from top to bottom. Would want a bit bigger of a pullback for this thing to kind of be interesting again. Whoa, it's already 9:58. How did that happen? Oh man, this live stream went way too fast today. It was really good fun. I'm going to keep a close eye on VXRT. I think there's a good chance it might pull back one more time. I would love to enter something closer to 0.8. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I don't think I'm going to be entering this prematurely. So keeping a close eye for that 0.8. We would need a pretty big dip though to reach it. ARMP, finding a bit of a support in this area. Well, that was a good fun trade that we got to do together, guys. It's a little unfortunate that it, didn't end green, but that's just how it is sometimes. Again, I think I'm probably going to do one more trade with VXRT, but I would like a little bit clearer of an entry on it. $15-minute EMA is really cranking in the resistance right now. Big selling volume. As these 2 volume candles right here is quite impressive. I was not expecting that. We had a really nice open. So I don't know. NH still looks really good. Kind of moving up here. Little pullback. I think NH could be one of those creepers today that just ends really, really well, but we need to break 188 with some decent volume. I'm going to put an alert here. AKs aren't anything special. That's just news being reported. It's really what are the contents of the 8K. Because they'll report all sorts of stuff. Basically anything that happens that an investor needs to know is going to be on an 8K. And yeah, so there's a lot of 8Ks that are worthless. But definitely good to check those. But if there's really good news on an 8K, it'll probably be on a PR as well. So you're going to see that news regardless. Yeah. But it's always good to check it, practice, learn, rinse and repeat. If we trade ARMP, I'm going to be looking for about 200 shares, closer, a little bit above 5, like I said earlier. VXRT has the most dollar volume, that's green, but ARMP is really, really close behind. I like it a lot. I think all these could be good runners later today. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up the live stream there. I don't know how it got so late. It was really good fun trading with you all. You know, I could almost do this all day with everyone, but I need to get my stuff situated. I need to get a faster laptop. I need to add 2 more screens, maybe just 1 more screen. But last time I did that, my whole computer was crashing. I just have a laptop. I have a pretty good laptop, but apparently it can't handle the live streaming and trading. So I like to get my second screen going. So I'm going to end the live stream in a second here. VXRT on the rise again. I know I'm seeing it out of the corner of my eyes, 9.44. I'm like, no, you're going the wrong way. Oh. All right, guys, good fun trading with you all. I wish everyone the best luck trading today. It has just got started, 33 minutes now since the market opened. Really good fun, over 30 viewers, huge stuff. Super grateful for that. If you guys enjoyed this content today, don't forget to leave a like. Consider subscribing if you're new. We come out with a recap video a little bit later today. Till tomorrow, guys, or till this afternoon. Ciao, ciao.